our latest confluence, who is going to be talking about his brainchild, brief presentation, which he's promised to get us back on time, but no rush, on the AMXRA, the American Medical Extended Reality Association, and describe what this association is all about, why it exists, and how to get involved in this new association. Thank you for being with us today, Mark. Do you have a?
I got it. Yeah, it's really quicker. Hey, thanks so much. You did great. Yeah. I want to thank you all. It really is an honor and a privilege to be here. And I want to thank Brennan because actually, when we started this journey into XR, one of the first things we did was we actually attended vMed23 virtually. And we had this event. There was a mixer in AltSpace. And that's really what opened my eyes to, rest in peace, the beauty and the power of XR. So I did make a promise to try and go as quickly as possible. So I am going to try my best. I do have some disclosures. I am the president and founder of this thing we're going to talk about. It's a nonprofit, but I'm pretty biased. I'm just going to tell you right now. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the history of AMXRA. We're going to talk about the mission and the core initiatives. And I want you all to know that the reason why we built this society, is we want to build a society for everyone here. Everyone here is a potential member or is already a member of AMXRA. So who am I? Well, number one, I am not an expert in VR. I actually just really got deep into XR and VR about 1.5 years ago. I'm a palliative care physician. I'm a clinical informaticist. My day job is I lead digital innovation for Brigham and Women's Hospital. I run an incredibly talented team called the Digital Innovation Hub. And our usual day-to-day is making applications, interfacing with startups, learning about how we can help others, other researchers and scientists and clinicians at Brigham and Women's implement their digital solutions. About 1.5 years ago, our bosses asked us to also take on a new thing, which is look at emerging technologies and how can we actually harness them at MGB? How do we have a strategy for them? So we were all still hybrid. We were all still kind of in quarantine. Pandemic was raging. So I had a VR headset and we were brainstorming, well, what should we look at? And we were like, well, Meta, Facebook just changed their name to Meta. So we were like, why don't we look at VR? Let's see what's happening in MXR. And no one on the team really had any kind of base knowledge about the field. So what we did was we did a really deep internal kind of landscape scan of what was happening at MGB, and we looked at across the industry. We participated in vMed23, and what was incredibly surprising was that we found over 30 projects at Mass General Brigham, over $5 million of funded research, 2 pillar societies. So one at Brigham, Stratus, that does simulation, and another at MGH that does radiology-based XR at the AR/VR lab. And what was also pretty surprising, or maybe unsurprising, is that none of the projects, none of the leads really knew about the others. They were all kind of working in their silos. So what we did was we started a new group called Next Up Extended Reality at Mass General Brigham. And our goal was to try to create this community within MGB for XR. And we're doing it through both a digital community, but also a monthly meetup, which we call XR Club. And this is actually our XR Club in December. We were inspired by vMed, and we did a XR Club in AltSpace, and it was pretty cool. We actually had our last one last month where we did, I think, the first journal club in VR at MGB. Pretty incredible. As we were looking at this, I started kind of meeting a lot of people in the industry, both across the nation and the world. And it occurred to me that, the same things we're seeing at Mass General Brigham, we're seeing across the nation, across the whole industry. These incredible silos, people doing incredible things, but there seemed to be a missing piece. And that's why we created the American Medical Extended Reality Association. So what are we? Well, I'm convinced now, in the last 1.5 years, that medical extended reality is going to be one of the future medical specialties of importance for the 21st century. And if that's the case, we needed to create a medical society for the 21st century. So AMXRA is an interdisciplinary, interprofessional medical society dedicated to the advancement and science of medical extended reality. What is our mission? Well, we're going to advance the science and practice of MXR, and we're going to do it through advancing care delivery, scientific investigation, innovation, education, advocacy, and community. We're just beginning. Who are we? We're doctors, we're nurses, we're innovators, we're educators. We're over actually 119 members now. We're both in academics, we're in the private industry. Our membership spans students to some of the most senior foundational members of this whole industry. And we're only just beginning. So you may see some folks that have this sticker, the AMXRA sticker. I hope you all have it. If you come and talk to me, I'll give you a sticker. If I have a sticker, I'll give you a sticker. But, you know, Brennan's a member. You'll see some members around here. So what is our history? We are really just starting. We're just beginning. So our first founding meeting was in October. We had our finalized founding members group in November. We actually have a digital space inside of Meta Horizon Worlds, which we launched January 1st. And we hold open houses, meet and greets, every Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. If you want to come by, say hello, just search AMXRA in Meta Horizon Worlds. We're highlighting our members. Every month, we release a Q&A. And actually, a big milestone in February is we got our 501c3 status. And March is really our quinceanera moment. So this is the first time we're really out and talking to people about the society. So as we've been growing, it's really been organic through networks, word of mouth. And at the beginning of March, we presented at the International VR Healthcare Association, and it's incredible that we're here at the end of March. Both coasts really talking about this potential and the promise of the future with the AMXRA. So what are we going to do? Well, we have 3 core initiatives within the American Medical Extended Reality Association. The first is we truly want to be the professional home for MXR. We want all of you to be members. So how do we do that? We're going to add value for members. Whether you're very early at the beginning of your career, you're mid-career, or you're very senior. So for early career folks, we want to create education, certification pathways, a network and a community, a welcoming community. For mid-career folks, we want to create places to present your work, to take leadership responsibilities within the organization, to interface with other organizations on behalf of AMXRA. For senior folks, we want to create the Brennan Spiegel Award. We want to create the Fellow of AMXRA. We want to acknowledge the incredible contributions that folks have already done who have dedicated their careers to MXR. Our second initiative is education. We're going to be educating the public. We're going to be educating the professional societies. And importantly, we're going to be educating the regulators and providing safety, being a public watchdog. And I'm really excited to say that we're already doing it. We're working with the FDA. We're working with groups like the American Medical Association. We're working with groups like the American Psychiatric Association. I want to work to get the message across. And then last but not least, we are advancing the science of MXR. How do we do that? The first is we need to have a primary medical journal in MXR. This is a signature initiative that we need to do. I think one of the things that I've seen in my time so far is that so much of MXR is done within the subspecialty journals or in kind of more specific journals for serious games or for simulation. But where's the journal for MXR? Well, AMXRA is going to do that. That is a signature initiative. The second is we want to partner with groups like vMed, with others that are doing incredible work to create truly the scientific symposium for MXR and then grow that. That's how we grow this and we flatten the hill. All right, I'm going to close. So I think I only did 5 minutes or so I'm doing pretty good, I think. I'm a clinical informaticist. So there's like this fundamental theorem. This is like essentially our E equals MC squared. And that's Friedman's fundamental theorem of biomedical informatics. And it's pretty simple. It says that a computer plus a clinician is always going to be better than the clinician alone. Pretty simple. Well, I think for the eagle-eyed, my last photo, the last slide, showed this proposed journal of the American Medical Extended Reality Association. And that was created using AI, using one of the, I think it was Dream. I think that the future of medicine, and frankly our societies, are going to be defined by these fundamental technologies that are just going to affect everything we do. And I think AI and XR are going to be two of those fundamental technologies that will just change how we practice medicine and how we live, frankly. So I would propose that the updated, the Zhang-Friedman fundamental theorem is that AI plus clinician plus XR is going to be better always than computer and clinician. And that's what I think the 21st century is going to look like. So I'll close by saying that you can support us by taking a sticker. You can support us by following us on Twitter. You can pay and join. And actually, for this event, we're actually offering a 40% discount. So if you go to AMXRA during vMed, you'll find that there's a new option where you can join during vMed. And with that, I'll close. And I want to just thank you all for your attention. And thank you. Of course.